Chief Executive Officer of the Ministry of Education, Sports and Culture has had her contract extension terminated effective as of today. Here's more on this story. Today is Afamasanga Dr. Caroline Afamasanga's last day as the Chief Executive Officer of the Ministry of Education, Sports and Culture. In a brief meeting with the media, the Education CEO announced that her contract extension has been annulled by the Cabinet effective today, Monday the 21st of February 2022. Afamasanga clearly detailed to media the steps that led up to today so that there was no confusion regarding her position.
I don't want this to be misconstrued. So number one, my second contract finished officially on the 8th of February 2022. So that's fact number one. And fact number two, I received a FACA dated 22nd of December 2021 that my contract, I will be on an extension. So when my contract finished on the 8th of February, I went into an extension or a contract variation. Started on the 9th. And so I was on that contract until the next FACA arrived. That's the extension is terminated.
Afamasanga explained the events that she feels that has led up to the marching orders she's been given today.
What happened last week? I know as a ministry, it is our common process and it's government process too, that for all instructions for SOEs or for work that we should do, we wait for a FACA, which will lay out the detail. And that we do that because we want to make sure that we reflect in our instructions and notices what is in the body of the FACA. Now, last week, work closed at 3 o'clock, and we were waiting for a FACA to arrive so that we can put a notice out to the schools reflecting it. So, just before 3, we got a FACA. We said that the proclamation period is extended up to March, and the second line was about the SOE being extended. So around that time, it was the only FACA we had received. So we structure our notice derived from that. Instead of the 4 weeks, we just went 2 weeks. Because if I'm having a mark of preparation for lessons and stuff 2 weeks in advance. But as soon as we knew there is another FACA, a new one, issued on the Friday, and we found that out from Public Service Commission circular memo, which referred to a new FACA. So that was the first time I knew there was another FACA. So I called the office of the Prime Minister to find out about the new FACA, and we got a copy on Saturday. But I was already told to put the notice down. So the notice was only up for less than 2 hours, and because now there is new information, so that's what happened. There was no intention of anything, just following procedure based on the information we had received just before closure of the day last Friday. Now the decision taken now by Cabinet to end the contract extension from the 9th up to until the appointment of a new CEO is now ended, and that is where we are now, and that's our position. So this is my last day.
The Education CEO was emotional towards the end of her media briefing, stating that despite what has happened, she feels good knowing that she had made a difference in the ministry's approach to providing education for the country's children and building the staff capacity.
Based on the testimonies of my core management, I am grateful that I have made a difference to them in their lives and as managers and leaders of divisions, and that is what I take away from my work. And if I made a difference with the lives of the students out there through the teachers and the support, provided under my leadership with the blessings of government. Then praise be to God.
The position of the CEO of the Ministry of Education, Sports and Culture was advertised last week, with applications closing in 4 weeks' time. Francis Asulu for Tala Fou.